everybody, welcome in. Let's go off of the beaten path for this video and discuss the Titan, the deep sea submersible that was carrying 5 people on a voyage to the century-old wreck of the Titanic. It was found in pieces from a catastrophic implosion. And with that, let's get into it. Some of you are probably like, why is she even covering the Titan that imploded? Because we know what happened. But I want to go over a few videos of people that were actually on the Titan, and I want to show you video footage of the Titan down at the Titanic. And I don't know, for $250,000, I don't think I would want to go that far under the ocean as much as I want to take a rocket to space. And I also want to talk about the 5 people that lost their lives, and my thoughts go out to their family and friends, and may they rest in heaven. Let's start this video off with a man that was actually on the trip before the one that just imploded. Unfortunately, they were not able to go out. But in this video, I'm also going to play some parts where Stockton talks about a few things, and from what I have read and what I have seen, I think the Titan was a death trap awaiting to implode. Let's watch this video. Let's listen in to his trip on the Titan. And I will attach the link to this full video down below in the description. So let's go ahead and woo! Hell to the no, no. I would not even want to go down and see the Titanic, but I do like the Titanic.
First 2 missions, they weren't able to dive down on the Titanic due to weather conditions. And also the Titan, the submarine, I guess something happened when they were towing it back. A ghost net got wrapped around it, broke a lot of stuff. They're just double checking everything right now, making sure everything's safe. So when we do that big deep dive, our odds are in our favor, that's for sure. So we're just gonna watch these guys do their thing. They'll come back up, and then I think tomorrow we're heading off to the Titanic, and I am so excited.
Yeah, so just the plan for today was to do an engineering dive, a test dive, to check out some of the systems. First, a controlled dive, so we'd have the sub on the platform go underwater. If everything checked out, the sub to leave the platform and go for a short dive here, kind of close to shore. We got partway through that process. Everybody was loaded in the sub, domes closed, everybody's ready to go. And one of the computers, we've got 2 spheres, 2 computers that control a lot of the thrusters. And one of them was acting up a little bit. It was offline, they restarted it, came back online, but some of the functionality wasn't exactly as we'd hoped. That, coupled with some wind, a little choppy seas, we decided to scrub the dive for today. We're getting everybody back on board. Some of the team's still out there on the platform investigating that computer system. We'll debrief about it here in a couple hours and kind of reset and try again tomorrow.
So it just didn't seem quite right, to put it bluntly, and that's why I called it. But mostly because we've got to find out what this control problem is. That's sort of important, controlling the sub. It's up there with life support. And so we'll be working tonight on that. And if anybody'd like to help out, we're going to charge up the platform as well. So we'll do the low pressure air. We're going to go swap the pods and see if we can follow the problem to diagnose where it is. We have spare control pods. They're not the easiest things to change. So we'd have to pull the sub alongside and have the ship lift them. And yeah, Kyle, can you give me let's give a little rundown here.
Yeah, there's orange 2 halves there, kind of the sphere. There's one on either side. That's kind of what we're focusing on right now.
They're the brains. So inside the pod are motor controllers, a switch, some power supplies, some relays, and so it gets data from the sub, and it was not consistently communicating. So it worked a lot, and then all of a sudden it stopped wanting to talk. That could be a wiring problem. It could also be a problem with one of the switches or components inside there, or wiring related to that. These things, we've been using them now for 3 years, so they've been pretty durable, but you never know.
Well, that is definitely a problem. And remember, this was the trip before the last one that imploded.
So we'll be spending much of the evening working on that. If anyone would like to be out on the platform, raise their hand and come on up or talk to me afterwards. But maybe we can run some shifts out there.
Your guess is as best as mine. I'm not too sure exactly if this is the main reason why the tragic incident happened and everyone lost their lives. It could have been anything. Long story short, every day they did have some problems, and we tried to fix every little thing to make sure everything was perfect for our opportunity to dive on the Titanic. It seems weird now, but at the time it just seemed like an everyday thing in my opinion. But we geared up the submarine. It's getting real. Jeez. I'm a little nervous now, boys. All right. Shoes off.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, yo. Hey. All right, we're inside the submarine right now. Got the owner right back there, Stockton. That's the toilet.
Like poo bag, a couple.
Hopefully we don't have to use that.
You ever had any water leaking in the front?
Yes, what will happen now is they'll put a vacuum on.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys. We're sealed. We're in here. All right, we're inside and sealed in the submarine. I'm excited. First time in a submarine. It looks really cool in here too. Stockton, I like what you did with the place. Looks cool.
You should have seen when I bought it.
Yeah. Keep in mind what you're looking at right now is the exact same submersible that imploded and killed 5 people. And also any footage you see of Stockton, of course, he's passed away by now.
Tell them we're at 600 feet.
Titan is ready for dive.
Stockton's like, hold on, everybody. I guess we're about to go head first like this.
Here we go.
Oh, we're going right now? Watch out for the toilet. Oh, we're doing it. Oh my Jesus.
You're good.
We are all upside down right now, you guys. Look at that. We're underwater. So we're officially underwater in a submarine right now. 33 feet, I believe, right? 10 meters.
Yep. 33 feet.
You ready for unlock, or are we unlocked? Is he saying we are unlocked, or are we ready for unlock?
Yes, say give him an okay. Give him an in the dome.
So what does that mean?
Looks like
He's going to go
remove
pull
locks.
the mechanical lock, and we're going to see how the pneumatic lock is doing. And there's a chance we'll pop off.
Still no pings from the top side.
Hey, Stockton, what are you using to control the submarine?
Dead. You're locked in. Okay to lock in?
Okay.
Go to dinner tonight.
Okay.
Can he see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That means they're probably going to bring us up.
Soon. Yeah, because we've had no comms for
For a while.
That was a good blow. Not bad, huh?
Which way are we rolling? Okay, go left. Go
Left.
I think. Right, no, we need central. Pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. Here should come the roll. I think we want to go.
It's cool when we break the surface.
Yeah.
Okay, go left. Lean a little left. Keep going left. Balancing. Oh, nice job, Kyle.
Yeah.
Look at the Kyle.
Nice one, man.
I don't know exactly the game plan for this particular dive. We never left a platform. If the fog didn't roll in and cancel the dive, who knows? Maybe we would have left that platform and maybe we would have imploded. I can tell you right now.
I actually found a couple of these stories where the Titan was not able to go out. Let's listen in to one more. And let's talk about the parts. As you will hear Stockton, he's almost like what they say, a MacGyver.
The sub has about as much room as a minivan.
So this is not your grandfather's submersible. We only have one button. That's it. It should be like an elevator. It shouldn't take a lot of skill.
The Titan is the only 5-person sub in the world that can reach Titanic depths, 2.4 miles below the sea. It's also the only one with a toilet, sort of. And yet I couldn't help noticing how many pieces of this sub seemed improvised.
We can use these off-the-shelf components. I got these from Camper World. We run the whole thing with this game controller.
Come on! It seems like this submersible has some elements of MacGyver-y jerry-rigness. I mean, you're putting construction pipes as ballast.
I don't know if I'd use that description of it, but there's certain things that you want to be buttoned down. So the pressure vessel is not MacGyver at all, because that's where we work with Boeing and NASA and the University of Washington. Everything else can fail. Your thrusters can go, your lights can go, you're still going to be safe.
But when expedition manager Kyle Bingham studied the forecast for our Titanic dive, he concluded that the waves would be too big to launch the sub. But Stockton Rush offered our CBS crew a consolation dive to the continental shelf 80 miles away. Apparently there's a lot of sheer cliffs underwater to see, shark breeding ground. They say it's really cool. The crew closes the hatch from the outside with 17 bolts. There's no other way out. Here's how the launch is supposed to go. The sub is attached to a huge floating platform. Motorboats drag it down the big orange ramp into the sea.
We're in the water, we're floating.
Woo!
They're going to come and prepare the platform for the next phase, which is the sinking.
The platform submerges to around 30 feet, where the water is much calmer than on the surface.
We're in the water, people.
Divers detach the sub from the platform, and away you go, in theory.
Hull integrity, holding.
And what happened next? You won't be disappointed, as we'll show you a little later. The dive was a go.
Titan sitting at 3742 meters, reports on bottom.
But that was the last of the good news.
And I said, do you know where we are? 100 meters to the bow, then 470 to the bow. If you are lost, so are we.
There's no GPS underwater, so the surface ship is supposed to guide the sub to the shipwreck by sending text messages.
Turn 30 degrees right?
Probably, 30 degrees.
But on this dive, communications somehow broke down. The sub never found the wreck.
We were lost. We were lost for 2.5 hours.
Rush says he'll offer those passengers a free do-over next year. And that's just one cost of doing this business.
And now, I don't know about you or what you're thinking, or if you would have paid $250,000 to go down to a very dark, eerie shipwreck. This was the 14th trip that this vessel was going to take. Ocean Gate has 3 of these little submersibles, and I think the first time the Titan went down to the Titanic was 2021 and then 2022. And look at how scary this is. This is actually footage from the Titan when it was down at the Titanic. I don't know, it's scary. I think there are definitely some very big sea monsters that live down there. But the fact that the main part was a carbon fiber and titanium, obviously the porthole was probably not the smartest idea, but the other part of the structure, like the handles, the lights, the propellers, like Stockton said, are all off the shelf parts, including the PlayStation controller. In every video I've seen, there's been an issue. We were not designed to go that far under the ocean. And to think that this little Titan is designed to go in depths over 13,000 feet or 4 meters, according to the company. And now we know that the wreck was located at 1,600 feet from its destination. I mean, we all know the Titanic sits on the ocean floor at around 12,500 feet below the sea level. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm gonna pass. Let's just talk about the 5 people, their names. My thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families, and may they rest in peace. But I want to end this with a video of the boy and his father who were on the Titan, the 19-year-old. Let's listen to his mother that gave her spot to her son, who is and was a Rubik's Cube expert. And then we'll go ahead and wrap it up after we watch a little bit of the rest of the footage from the Titan recording the Titanic.
We just hugged and joked, actually, because Shazada was so excited to go down. He was like a little child.
Was that a lifelong dream of his to do?
Yes, absolutely. He had this ability of childlike excitement. So they both were so excited It was supposed to be Shahzad and I going down. And then I stepped back and gave the space to Suleiman because he really wanted to go.
Everyone, make sure you drop your opinions. And with that, it is a wrap. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Please make sure you click that like, the subscribe, and the bell for notifications so you do not miss the next time we drop a video and or go live. Everybody, have a good day or a good night wherever you are in the world, and stay vigilant. I am out.